That's Molly Goldberg, folks, a woman with a place in every heart and a finger in every pie. And now the makers of New Does, that new kind of soap for everything right down your wash line, bring you another visit with those good folks, the Goldbergs.
Something's got to be done about this.
About what?
About my neighbor, Mrs. Brown.
What can I do about...
She said I didn't know what I was talking about when I said Does could do everything in her wash.
Uh-oh. Didn't you tell her Does is not just an improvement of an old soap? Didn't you point out that it's Procter & Gamble's new soap Discovery, made especially to do all three kinds of wash? Work shirts, towels, to rayon slips.
Sure I did, but she wouldn't listen to me.
Oh?
So I told her to listen to this program today, and you'd tell her what Does can do.
You mean she's listening now?
Yes, go on. Tell her I'm right. Oh, and here's a tip. Start with the work shirts. Her husband's got a fine new war job, but his shirts get covered with grease.
Oh, well, Mrs. Brown, Mrs. Johnson here is right. Believe me, New Does will get those work shirts really clean without you doing any hard scrubbing or boiling either. Why, no soap made gets them clean with less work.
Oh, and mention the towels, too.
Towels?
Mm-hmm. You know, her husband comes home with tool grease on his hands and gets her towels just black.
Oh, and Mrs. Brown, even if your towels get dirtier now, you can count on Does to get them dazzling. Why, you've never seen whiter washes than Does, turns out. Your linens and sheets will do you proud.
And tell her how Does helps those precious colors to wear longer.
All right. Yes, Mrs. Brown, if you want your rayons and nicer colored wash dresses to last longer in wartime, that's where Does can do more for you than the 4 other leading granulated soaps, because it's much safer for those fussy colors. In fact, they stay bright much longer with Does.
Oh, thanks, Mr. Collier. Oh, that should tell her New Does does everything.
Yes, friends, change to Does, D-U-Z, today. Especially if the war has brought you dirtier work clothes, grimier towels, fussier colors. Because even in the toughest wartime wash, Does does everything. And now the Goldbergs. Well, Molly wonders how she can best handle the situation involving Emma. Emma herself, with a kind of crazy desperation, has set out upon a plan that can only bring ruin upon herself, even if she succeeds in hurting Mikey Bloom. It was Sammy's friend, Mikey, who opened Sammy's mind to Emma's shrewd, cold-blooded egotism. And so, Emma has found a way to hurt Mikey. She has kept the news from him that he has to report for active duty, that he is already AWOL, and she hopes in this way to revenge herself. But Mikey has stronger friends than enemies. Listen.
Emma.
Yes?
Mrs. Goldberg wishes to speak to you.
I told Emma that I wish to speak to her, Jake. Please, let Emma get finished with the breakfast dishes first.
I don't want any delays, Molly.
There wouldn't be any delays. Finish the dishes, Emma, dear. I'll speak to you, and, I have to speak to you with a few interrogations, Emma. Please. Jake, I told you I'll speak to her after breakfast. Did I not? Answer, Emma.
Yes, I'll answer. Hello?
Hello. I'm at the station.
What station?
Here, this station. How do I get to the house? You know who is this talking?
Yes.
I got another telegram, and Mikey Bloom did not report, and it means he will be in a lot of trouble.
He left? Why did you come? Oh, wait for me. I'll come to the station.
Who was it?
It was Mary Foote. I have to see her. She wants to speak to me.
Mary Foote?
Yes,
Now she wants to speak to you?
Yes, I didn't finish the dishes yet.
Well, if Mary Foote calls, she wants to speak to you, then, then I'll speak to you later, Emma. Then you go, Emma. I'll finish the dishes.
Thank you.
What does Mary Foote want?
I don't know.
Are you going to change yourself?
I put the coat on.
Oh. David?
Yes.
Morning.
Morning. Well, did you speak to her yet?
No, David. I will.
When?
When Em will come back from Mary Foote.
Why did she have to go to Maryfoot?
Because Maryfoot called her.
And when she comes back from Maryfoot, Molly, what are your plans?
Why, David, please.
Molly, if I'm asking for one syllable give me. Just give me one syllable, that's all.
Uncle David, please, dear, please. Let me finish my dishes, and then I'll be finished, and then we'll sit down, and I'll put my head together. I can't go 1, 2, 3, David, dear. It's something to think. It's something to consider. It's a person, David. It's a person. It's just not a word. Somebody said this, you said that. Somebody said some another thing. David, it's people. It's people. Jake, you, me, and I, we will sit down and we'll discuss the best way.
There's one best way, Molly.
To tell Emma to leave my house?
She'll find a job elsewhere.
No.
Why?
No?
Young Molly?
Jake, please, let me finish my dishes. Let me, please. Rosalie, you got a dish towel?
Molly,
Please.
Molly, give Jake also a syllable.
I'm going to ask one question, and I want one answer.
Sometimes a question can be answered with one answer.
All right. That's also correct. All right. That's also possible. That's also perhaps. So you speak, Molly. So you tell me. So, what's your proposal, Molly? What?
It's a dish towel, Ma.
So why are you giving it to Mama? The dish towel is to wipe the dishes. So wipe them.
If everybody's going to get nervous and excited and...
Please, Sean. Nobody's nervous and nobody's excited.
No, nobody is nervous and nobody is excited, Rosalie.
First, David. First, Jake. Wipe the glasses, Rosalie, please.
First is what?
First is what?
First, I have to ask her.
What will you ask her?
What will you ask her?
Will you let me ask, please?
All right. Very well. Jake, let Molly ask her.
I want to be present.
When she comes back from Maryfoot.
Why can't you talk to her before she goes to Maryfoot?
That's right. Why can't you talk to her before she goes to Maryfoot?
Emma?
Come in, Emma. Mrs. Goldberg wishes to speak to you.
Mrs. Goldberg wishes to speak to you, Emma.
Maryfoot is waiting for me.
Maryfoot can wait.
Maryfoot can wait.
Why are you making me so unhappy?
Jake, please.
Emma. Remember a long time ago when you first came and I saw, but that didn't please me to see.
Is it so easy to tear yourself away from someone you love?
2 days after you came here, it was love already.
Please, I have to go to Maryfoot.
Maryfoot can wait. 2 days after you came here, it was love already.
Call Mikey. Mikey knows more than we know. Mikey spoke to Sammy.
Sammy will never forgive you for sending me away.
Nobody's sending you away, Emma.
We'll find you another job.
Sammy asked you to leave, didn't he?
That's what Mikey told you. Would I have anything to stay here for if Sammy asked me to go? Why should I stay?
All right, Emma. All right. You have to go to Maryfoot?
Maryfoot can wait.
Maryfoot can wait.
Rosie, call Mikey.
Please. You have to go to Maryfoot, Emma. Go.
I said Maryfoot can wait.
Oh, Jake, please.
Write to Sammy. Ask Sammy who is who and what is what.
That's right. Write to Sammy. Ask Sammy who is who and what is what.
Please, Emma. Please, Jake, David, please.
Write to Sammy. Ask Sammy who is who and what is what.
That's right. Write to Sammy. Ask who is who and what is what.
Emma, I don't want you to go, Emma. I didn't ask you to go. If you told me things that were not true, I mean...
Why should I lie?
Mikey said Sammy told you that...
Well, then believe him. Believe Mikey. Don't believe me. What good is your sweet, gentle talk if you don't believe me?
Emma, did I say...
Let me go. Let me go. Maryfoot is waiting for me.
Wait, Emma, please.
No, let me go.
Mary will wait.
No.
Mikey?
Oh, you would have wanted me, only I didn't want you. Did you tell Mrs. Goldberg how you tried to make love to me and I wouldn't have anything to do with you? And you tried to spoil everything for me and Sammy.
Anything else?
Yes, plenty. More than you know. You'll remember me long after I have forgotten you. I'll never see you, but you'll remember me.
Please,
You'll haunt me because I broke your poor innocent heart, huh?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Mikey,
She knows she's through.
Mikey, I'm going to write to Sammy before I do anything. I won't feel satisfied until I write to Sammy.
You don't believe me?
Let me answer. Hello? Yes? Oh, yes, Mary. Emma just went over to you. Yeah? Well, what do you mean? Well, You called her before, no? Well, but Emma said it was you.
Mary never called, huh?
But, thank you. Thank you, Mary. Bye.
Mary never called her, huh?
No. So why should she say?
Well, for the same reason.
Who was it? Who was it?
Mary Foote.
If it wasn't Mary, who was it?
This is the first hint to the Goldbergs that Emma has embarked on a new course of lies. But Emma has already made Mikey late in reporting. What will happen when he finds out? Right now, our United States Navy is battling heroically against the dangerous enemies of our country. But to carry on and win this fight, our Navy urgently needs men. That's why every wife, every mother should think seriously of the advantages our American Navy offers to all men between the ages of 17 and 50. In addition to healthy food, comfortable clothing, and free medical care, the Navy offers all enlisted men complete training in scores of important fields. Navy-trained men are always sought after for good peacetime jobs in electricity, radio, navigation, diesel engineering, and for similar positions. Yes, ladies, your son or husband can serve his country in no better way than by joining our United States Navy. To learn more about this important branch of the service and the opportunities it offers, tell him to visit the nearest Navy recruiting station or send for the interesting booklet, Men Make the Navy. Write for it today to Navy Recruiting. Address, White Plains, New York. Be sure to listen to the next episode of The Goldbergs. This is Clayton Collier wishing you good day for Procter & Gamble, makers of Does, the new kind of granulated soap for all three kinds of wash.